Hello, you wonderful people. So for today's video, I'm going to talk about the DC live action show that's coming out, Stargirl. From what I was reading, is saying sometime in 2020. Obviously, this is something we've become aware of before now. This was one of those DC Universe shows that we're kind of aware of what's coming to DC Universe. Well, some recent news came out. I think where I particularly read it from was an Entertainment Weekly article where they're basically saying that this show is going to be a little different in the sense that it's going to air first on DC Universe, but then the next day is going to air on the CW, which is a very different departure because none of the other shows on DC Universe air anywhere else. So that's definitely going to be interesting to see them doing that. It's kind of similar to something we also learned fairly recently, that apparently Doom Patrol Season 2 is going to kind of be doing a similar thing where basically Season 2 is going to air simultaneously on DC Universe and HBO Max. So very interesting in particular situations. I'm not sure why they're really doing that, but it's an interesting development. You know, either way, regardless, I am very interested to check out this show. Stargirl is a character, once again, I'm not familiar with it. I'm always excited to kind of dive into. It is interesting though in many different levels because, well, for one, the character has appeared in the Arrowverse, in particular Legends of Tomorrow. She's actually made a handful of appearances. She was first introduced in Season 2 when the Justice Society of America was introduced, but I think she might have made another one-episode appearance in Season 3, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was like a medieval age episode that she was in. You know, because obviously if you're unaware, Legends of Tomorrow, the Legends time travel. So, but yeah, that's very interesting. Like, it seems like there's not going to be a connection. Like, I think this is going to be its own story. Like, Stargirl in Legends of Tomorrow is going to be her own continuity. Because from what I was reading, I just stumbled across this. But apparently, and this is kind of spoilers, but apparently she's going to make an appearance. This particular Stargirl that's, you know, from the DC Universe show that's also going to be on the CW. Apparently she's going to make an appearance at Arrowverse because we are dealing with like the multiverse, so I guess that's folding it in that like everything that's happening on DC Universe, Titans, Doom Patrol, Swamp Thing, and Stargirl are going to be on a different Earth maybe. I mean, I guess that also depends on how this whole Crisis on Infinite Earth situation plays out, but I think that's kind of interesting because that could potentially then directly connect like the DC Universe continuity to the Arrowverse continuity, which it simultaneously airing on the CW might be further proof of that. Like I said, that depends on how this whole situation shakes out, especially if it's going to be apparently the same actress who's playing her in the TV show is going to be the same actress that pops up in Arrowverse. That's going to, kind of like how in Elseworlds we got our introduction to Ruby Rose as Kate Kane / Batwoman. So I think it's going to be a similar regard in that case. But either way, I'm very interested to see what they do. Like I said, it's interesting because Legends of Tomorrow set that up to be a thing of like, okay, that was in the past because the Justice Society of America was like in the 40s. So I think I can't remember 100. I feel like we never really dived too much into her backstory in Legends. So obviously her having her own show would be our opportunity to really dive into that. Not listen to that type of situation of the mantle kind of gets passed down to different people. Like it might be a similar situation to that. So like the Stargirl TV show might be from someone who got the staff in Legends of Tomorrow, Stargirl's like descendants type of situation, or it, like I said, it just might be its own continuity because like the power she gets comes from her staff, but from what I was reading, the staff she gets comes like from her dad. But it could just be a thing of like, maybe that's a connection there, or maybe that's not. I'm curious to see what they ultimately end up doing. But I'm very interested to check the show out, regardless of where it ends up being, whether it's DC Universe or the CW. I just thought that was just kind of a fascinating thing, because that had never come up until recently. So like I said, it's just a very interesting situation. In the comments down below, I'd love to get to know your thoughts about it. Are you excited for the Stargirl TV show? Has this whole situation of it being on DC Universe first and then the CW, what does, you know, do you have any thoughts on that? I'd love to get, you know, hear your thoughts on it. I've heard some people's thoughts of like what that would mean. So I'd kind of like to extend that conversation with other people. But really, that's all I want to talk about. To the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.